Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Crusader Kings II, the Horse Lord Mega Campaign. In the last episode, we ran several wars in an effort to build up the prestige that we needed to get to eventually switch to feudal. So we got the laws changed, so we can switch to feudal right now if we want, but we're going to hold off for a moment. Then, toward the second half of the episode, I launched a war against Khazaria. One thing I'm finding with the nomads is that it's impossible to tell how strong they are before you attack them. So they went from looking like they had only a few thousand troops to having like 10,000 troops. And I ended up getting my butt kicked and having to surrender. But hey, it happens. So after that, Khazaria basically exploded. It's fragmented. Something must have happened. They must have gone through succession and the whole realm came apart. So we will see if we can take advantage of that and see how it goes. But we are in a militarily weak position at the moment, so there may not be an opportunity to do too much for the time being. So, we are going to need a little bit more prestige, because we're going to need prestige to change the succession laws once we can. But the other thing that we can do is I want to try and get the Empire title created, the Empire of Bulgar, so we can actually go back to being Bulgar again instead of being Volga. So we're gonna work on that. We're gonna need how much are we gonna need? 500 gold, and that'll actually get us 1,000 prestige. So we need money. So, there are a few ways we could try to get it. Can we still raid? See, Tengri... I'm not sure we can still raid. Tribal rulers can raid infidel neighbors for loot. Okay, yeah, we can still raid. Is there anybody around here that has any place worth trying to steal from? The Byzantine Empire. Huh. Risky, but potentially profitable. Kind of profitable. 20 some odd golds. Well, let's just unpause it. Let's get it moving, because we got some time to cover some things that need doing. I think I noticed that I had something I probably shouldn't. Grant landed title. That. Yeah, I don't need that title. I could also create the Duchy of Chud. That'll get me prestige, but no, I want to create the Empire. Alright, he wants me to join him for carousing. Yeah, I'll go carouse. The more I think about it, the more ridiculous it seems. A Khan having a rival so much beneath me as it seems a bit silly. Yeah, a little point in the rivalry. We don't need to be rivals anymore. He inherited the chiefdom of Yaroslav and other titles from High Chief Okors of Yaroslav. He must have finally died in my dungeon. So we're going to bury our rivalries and petty deeds and the stabs. Okay, but he apparently does not want to do that. Alright, so You don't like me. You don't like me less. De jure duchies. You are part of the de jure duchy of Yaroslavel. Well, that's me there. Let's grant you the landed title. Let's give them all that. There it goes. We still have more than we should. Oh, we have money now. Let's see. The de jure duchies. Moskva. Tiver. Rostov. Do I actually still have Rostov? Vladimir, Moskva, Derbent, Rostov. Okay. So I need to find somebody to take Rostov off my hands. And I probably am going to just find a new character. Search realm for men who are not in prison, who are not rulers, who are of my culture and my religion, who are adults, and who are not members of great houses, so they shouldn't hold any titles. Let's see, you hold no titles, you have no claims on any titles, and you kind of like me. And you have good stewardship. Is there anybody here who actually likes me better? Hold on. We'll go with him. Grant landed title. High Chiefdom of Rostov. There we go. We suddenly go from being just some random person to being one of the more powerful lords in our realm. Guar was introduced by a mutual friend, Chief Besmer. We were talking for quite a while. We had our differences and a few arguments. Yes, we can become friends. Good. Propose that this guy and my courtier get married. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we need to hand out Tiver. Which we might as well just go ahead and use the same parameters. That's the word I'm looking for. Grant landed title. Tiver, do it. We're gonna get that stone hill fort soon. I need to give away one more title. Demand important prisoners from vassals. I'm not worried about that. What is going on here with you guys? Attacking chief. No, can we not have our guys attacking each other? This drink is something you said you don't remember. Honestly, someone has to pay. Fight. Okay. You gotta put up a good fight in spite of being just as inebriated as you. You had to call it a draw. Looks like I did not get wounded. That's good. Oh, there's something over here that we can usurp. Is it worth usurping it? It's gonna cost me 100 gold. Forget it. I can worship the ancestors. Prosperity and growth for my realm is what I want. This guy, no, I'm not going to worry about him. Ask your ancestors for prosperity and wealth. You also have to present your offering. Some random courtier. Yep. We'll go for that. You're gonna join all their factions. Alright, so this guy believes that he is being poisoned. It will help him out, sure. Actually, I have something I want to see once this stone hill fort is done. I can now adopt feudalism, which means I don't actually need that holding down here, so I can grant you Durbant, get that off my plate. Just so these Skulkinos often do. Okay, I'm not worried about people who are messing around with each other. Usurp the title chiefdom of... Hold on. Yaroslav will usurp this? Alright, well let's run a war and let's see if that gets us some money. We still have another couple of vassals who are fighting each other. Hold on. For what? Fighting against the new ruler of Jarma. Alright. This looks good. Single county. Nice and isolated. Let's declare war for that. And let's raise some troops, and I'm going to use my vassal troops. I caught those guys over there. Core physician has shared some latest ideas with me. Don't know much of medicine, but perhaps he is onto something. Oh, gold. Okay, gold. Helps keeping his things in order and presently spends lots of time on it. Loses fussy, gains patient. We try to get him diligent. I'll try to get him diligent and got patient. Okay. Alright, a few hundred more troops, and then we're going to launch our attack. That'll do. Growing older, I can see that my niece could use some guidance. That's alright. Assault it. Good. War's over. Offer peace. Enforce demands. Good. Stand down the army. Grant land a title to this guy. He still needs 75 gold. Betrothed can marry. Yes. Should I adopt feudalism now? Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. We need to have a royal coronation. It'll cost me 5 gold, that's fine. Alright, so Shaman Kurt wants to perform the ceremony for the coronation. You want to marry my niece? Or have someone over here marry the niece? Yes, okay. Alright, we've got some people showing up. Okay, let's see. A bunch of people deciding not to show up. My courtiers fear me. They feel my outbursts of anger whenever they disobey and disappoint me. Because I am wroth. I spent some time with my son Savar. Can I enforce realm peace? Yes. More people messing around. Just a day away, can choose a new name. No, we're not changing our name. The Volgan Coronation. I would like to have this been the Bulgar Coronation, but it is what it is. I, Savar of the Volkil dynasty, with the blessing of Tengri, do hereby rightfully assume the crown of the Khanate of Volga. With those words does he become Khan of Volga in truth, and with each of his vassals lining up to bow before him and swear everlasting fealty. Is an impressive ceremony full of pomp and circumstances, and one that will write Khan Savar into history. The streets of Suzdal are lined with Bulgar crowds, cheering, with everyone straining to get a look at the important personages that pass by on their way to the forthcoming feast. I've never been more proud. Alright, we gain the trait crowned. All's pack of people. Alright, we're gonna get the festivities started. Yep, Suzdal is now a castle. Oh, we have a much lower domain size. Alright, we're gonna talk to this guy some more. Hopefully we're gonna make some friends. To our good host, Konzavar, long may he reign. Kagan Tarmas of Karadadid stands and delivers the eloquent toasts in Konzavar's honor at the coronation feast, prompting a round of approving applause from those gathered. Alright, gain some prestige. At one point in the coronation's festivities, Savar Volkil stands and gets everyone's attention, and he delivers a poem in Konzavar's honor, and it is beautiful. Those gathered are moved, and the applause afterwards signifies that this ode will be written down and remembered. Well done, Prince Savar. Coronation feast finally draws to a close, with Khan Savar giving a speech to those gathered that is barely heard over the raucous cheering. Alright. One of my courtiers finished their education. We still could use some more money. We need a new marshal, apparently. We'll bring you in. We need a new regent. This thing about reinforcing buildings. Alright, I think what we're gonna do... Trying to see if there's anything that is obvious for me to give away. And I guess I could give away the Duchy of Moskva if I want to make this my core. Let's do this. Let's take my eldest son, grant landed title, the do I not have a... Yeah, this duchy. Can I not give this away? Need a new court chaplain, and you need to proselytize. Sanos published the results from his medical investigations. The book has not received any notable attention. It's just gathering dust in my library. What a waste of gold. Alright, well, I guess I'll give my other son that then. Alright, so we are now feudal. Alright, we can change the election law to elective monarchy. Primogenitor, we need to have either high crown authority, late feudal administration, or any viceroyalty title. Late feudal administration, we need to have legalism level 3 to get. We could try and increase crown authority. Learned the chief Disnig spoke his support for me at the faction meeting that Don Porter slightly improving the mood of his faction. Good. So we got a bunch of undecideds. Let's see what happens if we try to implement it. Learned that High Chief Cordell spoke his support for me at the faction meeting, greatly improving the mood of his faction. Okay, the tradition of faction is improved. Learned High Chief Zabragan spoke his support for me at the faction meeting, greatly improving the mood of his faction. The court faction's mood is improved. That's good. Let's see, can I... Young Atian has finished his education. Diplomacy is evidence that she has excelled in her studies. Good. Try and make her diligent. Alright. She can be married off. Lords of Olga have approved the institution of limited crown authority law. Good. Did not understand fear before. Okay, we lost the trait brave. Let's see, if I take a loan, how much will we get? 50 gold? I think I might need to launch that raiding party, and I'm probably going to need to use vassal levies to do it. Let's see, military. Who has the most strength? Yake? Everybody march down here. This is growing older. I can see that this guy can do some guidance. He can learn on his own. Yep, we'll go corrals. The Chinese Golden Age appears to be over. Things are returning to normal and the Middle Kingdom seems stable. Interesting. Actually, I should probably try and change the laws before I create the title. Your Marshal High Chief, this guy, a Perm, has put forward a plan for experimenting with new military technology inspired by a supposedly brilliant inventor and engineer he has recently befriended. All he needs is a little funding, and no. Sorry, I can't spare the money. I think the only real option here is to go with elective monarchy for now. It's not ideal, but it's better than, well, no. Let's just hold on. Let's get the Empire title and see what we can do. Alright, let's go raiding a little bit. Alright, we're carousing. These days of revelry are an excellent escape. So many laughs, so many intense conversations. Alright, we have become closer friends with this guy. Reveling and carousing is over. Pope crowns Emperor. So we have a new Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. How is the Holy Roman Empire doing, by the way? Oh! A large chunk of it has broken away as France. The Kingdom of England has been formed. Kingdom of Scotland has been formed. Ulster might be able to put together a Kingdom of Ireland soon. News from China. Emperor Li Mingzhong, the Chinese son of heaven, has died. Been succeeded by Li Shizong. Like his predecessor, the new emperor is known to believe in an open China. Apparently he takes a special interest in eunuchs, but frowns on Finno-Magyar cultures. Do we count as a Finno-Magyar culture? So I oversaw the hunting party's last preparations. I realized one man short. Who we would like to invite? Let's invite my diviner, sure. He did not want to join the hunt. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so you want to marry a courtier? That's fine. Oh, we want the legalism. Marshal tells me that one of my commanders, Cordial, has improved significantly. Good. Let's go for construction. We're going to be doing a lot of that. And let's go for light infantry because that makes up the bulk of our army at the moment. We're going to be looking to add a bunch more cavalry to the army again once I have enough money to start building our retinue. We propose that... Okay, that's fine. Oh, we now have a giant pile of money. Alright, so we can now create the Bulgar Empire. Do it. Gun Savar the Effeminate has created the title of the Bulgar Empire. And we should change colors and name in a second. There it is. And this is the whole buildings thing again. Yeah, we'll just go with that option. Okay. Do you want to continue raiding? Alright, we still have title loss. We're gonna lose Cognate of Volga. Why are we gonna lose both of my cognates? Okay, hold on. Greater Perm we can get rid of. Let's see, who we would like to have it. You like me okay, you like me a lot. You're just a kid. Alright. You are going to be granted a landed title. I can't make these viceroyalties yet, right? No, I don't think so. Alright, so we'll just have to grant the title out. There we go. I need a new designated regent, which I guess we can make you the regent. We need a new marshal. You can be marshal. Let me look at my inheritance here. Maybe I should have changed that law before I created the title. Pillaging and looting undertaking your name has earned you a reputation as a fearsome raider. All along the coast of Europe, mothers taking their children in for the night, warn unless they behave, the terrible Savar will come with his undead warriors and eat them. I like the sound of that. Okay, we probably don't need you guys raiding right now. I think the other option is to get rid of all of our other sons. Let's see, what exactly would I lose? I would lose the Duchy of Moskva, which I'm not that worried about, and the Cognate of Volga, which is weird. But I would retain the Empire title. I can create Duchy of Chud. Might as well. Which I think... Did the name change? Yeah, it did. Okay. The Jihad for Nicaea fails. Alright. I'm pleased to invite you to my forthcoming coronation. Crown Sultan of the Abbasid Sultanate. Do we accept the invitation? I'll attend, sure. And that's all broken up considerably. Alright, they sent me a tribute of gold. Alright. Well, we're getting a little bit long here, so I think we're going to end the episode. I need to sort out what we're going to do about our succession laws. I think... I forgot that it's gonna... When I got the new top-level title, it reset the has reigned for at least 10 years. So, I'll need to reign for another 10 years. If I want to change it with this character. Alright, well, we'll go ahead, we'll end it here. We'll see how things continue to play out when we come back. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.